Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're enjoying and investing your time during Ramadan with your family. I would like to wish you a blessed month again. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to take advantage of the blessing that this month provides. Today inshallah we are going to continue unit 10, which is say the word. Lesson use your English. So let's start doing the exercise together. Today we are going to talk about the word formation and phrasal verbs. And so let's start here with exercise A. Now it's very important while doing such exercises to look at first to the word in bold. Let's read them together and pronounce them correctly. The first word, agent, here agent, depart, board, tour, architect, land, mountain, accommodate. So then we have to decide which part of speech is each word. The first one, agent, as you know, it is a noun which is related to a person, right? Agent, the person who is representative in a company or the spokesman in the company. Okay, so it is agent. It's a noun, and we can form the words from this word like agent, agency. So we want to read the first sentence very well and decide what we can put here, agent or agency. And it's very important to look at the word. You have to pay attention, okay, to the word before and after the gap, and try to think of what part of a speech is needed to fit in the meaning, okay? And if we choose, for example, if we want to put a noun, you have to think about whether the missing word could be a person or a place, or whether the plural form is needed or not. So you have to focus and look at all of these things. First, you have to read the word and decide what part of speech is that. Try to think about the other words that we can form from these words, and then look at the word before and after the gap and decide if we need plural, singular, verb, noun, adjective, adverb, according to its place in the sentence. So let's start with the first one. Which is the largest travel space in the United Kingdom or in the UK? So which is suitable here to put? Agent. Can we say which is the largest travel agent in the UK? Or which is the largest travel agency in the UK? Correct. Yes, the answer is agency. So here we have to put agency, which is also a noun, okay, which is the organization or the company that I'm asking about in the United Kingdom. So here the word is agency. Okay, the second word sentence, the plane's space was delayed by 30 minutes because of bad weather. We have the word depart. Depart here is a verb, which means leave, to leave. Depart, leave. So we can form the words from departs like depart, departing, departure. So let's read here the sentence very well and decide what part of speech that is needed in this space according to the word before and after. If we look at the word here, the planes, here before the space, the planes, here we have the possessive us, right? The possessive us. So here, as you know, when we have the possessive us, we put it between nouns, right? Between two nouns. So here we have the planes what? It's not the plane is, right? It's not the plane is. Look at the word. Why it's not the plane is? If we look at the space after the word after the space, we have was delayed. So this is the verb. So this is not a verb. The plane is. It's not the plane is, right? So it is the planes, which is the apostrophe us, okay? So let's go think about this word. So here we need a noun, right? So what is the noun of depart? Yes, correct. It is departure. The plane's departure was delayed by 30 minutes because of the bad weather. 3. The flight attendant looked at our space passes as we got on the airplane, and we have the word board. Board here, it's a noun or it's a verb. At the same time, it's a noun or a verb. The flat thing, okay, that we have, or thin thing that we have, or like we can write on it or put it on the table, or board, to board a plane, to get on or to get off a plane or a car, or any kind of any other vehicles. Now, so here the flight attendant looked at our. Here we have the possessive pronoun our. What we have to put after the possessive pronoun our? All the time when we have the possessive pronoun, okay, we have to put after them nouns, right? And can say my car, your car, our car. So here we need a noun. Look at the word here after the space. Also passes. Here we have what? We have a noun. So what we have to form here before passes? Okay, can we say board passes? What we have to put here? We can form from the word board, boarding, right? Boarded. So what is suitable here to put? Yes, correct. It is boarding. Boarding passes, which means boarding cards that we need to go on the airplane or in the train or other vehicles. So here we have to put at our boarding passes. Boarding passes, which is the boarding cards. Here, boarding passes, it's a collocation, right? We put these words together. Okay, boarding passes, which is a noun too also. For the number of space visiting the Acropolis has dropped by 30% this year. So here we have the word tour. Yes, so tour, it's a verb, okay, or it's a noun. It's a verb and it's a noun, and we can form other words from tour like tourism, tourist, tour. So let's look at the space here carefully. Look at the word before and the word after the gap to make sure what is the suitable word we need here. The number of space visiting the Acropolis has dropped by 30% this year. So the number of what? Here we're asking about a noun, right? We're asking about the number of visitors or the number of travelers or the number of people visiting the Acropolis has dropped by 30% this year. Okay, so the number of tourists, right, correct. The number of tourists, the people who are visiting this place. The fifth sentence, the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona is a perfect example of Gaudi's space architect. Architect here, the person who designed buildings. Architect, it's a noun. The person who designed building. And we can form another word from architect, architecture. So here we're talking about a place, okay? The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. So it's the household or the religious community in Barcelona. It is okay. So we're talking about a place. So here we talk. Can we use architect? Of course not. So what is the other word? Which is architecture. Architecture. So the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona is a perfect example of Gaudi's architecture. Gaudi's architecture. Also, it's a noun. Here we have the possessive, apostrophe possessive as, okay, that we put it between two nouns. Architecture is a noun and Gaudi's is a noun too. 6. The weather was terrible during our flight, so it was no surprise that space was bumpy. Bumpy, it is rocky or rough, rocky or rough. So the weather was terrible during our flight, so it was no surprise that the was bumpy. Land, we have the word land, which means ground, right? It's a noun or it's a verb, okay? So we can form the word land. We can say landing, landed. So what is suitable here? We have the here. After that, we have to put a noun, right? And here we have was bumpy. So was is a verb. So surely we have to put here a noun, which is the landing, right? Correct, the landing. Because here we're talking about the coming down through the air and light on the ground, which is from the plane or from an aeroplane or any vehicle. Okay, so here we have to put the landing, the landing. Greece is actually a very space country. Here we have country, it's a noun. Here we have a very, which is an adverb. So what we have to put between an adverb and a noun? Of course, it's an adjective, right? So here we have to put an adjective, right? You can go skiing and mountaineering there. So we have the word mountain, which is a noun. And we have to form another word from this word, which is mountainous, which is an adjective. So here we have to put an adjective between the adverb and the noun, right? So Greece is actually a very mountainous country, which has many, the country that has many mountains. We weren't very pleased with our space in France. The apartment wasn't very well equipped. We have the word accommodate. Accommodate, it's a verb. Okay, accommodate, it's a verb, which is to get a place of residence. So what is the other word that we can form from accommodate? It's accommodation, which is the place of residence. Accommodation, the housing or the place of residence. So we weren't very pleased with our, here after our, we have to put a noun, as we mentioned before, because it's a possessive pronoun all the time. After the possessive pronouns, we have to put a noun. So here after the space we have in France, which is a preposition. So of course we have to put a noun here, which is accommodation. So these all the answers for this exercise. Now let's go to exercise B. Match the phrasal verbs 1 to 8 to their meanings, A to H. So now let's read these phrasal verbs. We have 8 phrasal verbs, 8 new phrasal verbs. Let me remind you that when we talk about phrasal verbs, we have verbs here, plus preposition, the particle, and we have to consider the meaning of the whole phrasal verb, not just focus on the verb part. Don't just look at the meaning of get or the meaning of check or the meaning of drop or the meaning of get alone without get on or get off, because we have to look for the whole meaning for these phrasal verb that we usually use them in conversation or in formal writing. So it's very important to learn them together. So first, let's read the phrasal verb and read their definition. Then I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this exercise alone. You can pause the video after we read them together and try to do them alone, then come back to check your answers with me. So first, let's read them together. The first one, get away. 2, check in. 3, drop off. 4, sit out. 5, get on. 6, put up. 7, get around. 8, see off. Let's read the definition. A, start a journey, to begin a journey. B, board a plane, train, etc. to get on a plane, train. Arrive at a hotel and collect your key. Move from place to place. Take someone somewhere, usually in a car or other vehicle, and leave them there. Wave goodbye to someone leaving from an airport, station, etc. to say goodbye to someone if they want to leave the country to another country. To escape, okay, assemble or build something, okay. So these all the definitions. Assemble here to mean it means collect, okay, to get together or collect or build something, right? So please pause the video now, think about the meaning of these phrasal verbs, Okay, match them with their definitions, then come back to check your answers with me. Okay, now let's do this exercise together. The first one, get away. What's the meaning of this phrasal verb? Get away. Yes, the answer is G, to escape. Okay, to escape. The cat got away when she noticed that I'm looking at her. The cat got away. So the cat escaped. Okay, chick in. Chick in. What's the meaning of check in? What is the definition of check in? Yes, correct. It is C. Arrive at a hotel and collect your key. I check in a hotel at 6 p.m. Drop off. What's the meaning of drop off? Yes, correct. It's E. To take someone somewhere, usually in a car or other vehicle, and leave them there. Okay, it's E. Sit out. What's the meaning of sit out? Yes, correct. Start a journey, to begin a journey. 5. Get on. Get on. Yes, correct. It's B. Board a plane, train, etc. To get on a plane, train, or etc. Get on. Okay. Put up. Put up. Yes, correct. It's H. Assemble or build something. To collect or build something. Put them together. Get around. Yes, correct. It's D. Move from place to place. The last one, see off. Surely it is wave. F, wave goodbye to someone leaving from an airport, station, or etc. To say goodbye to someone if they want to leave a country, in a place to another place. So this is all the answers. We checked all the answers together. I hope that all your answers were correct. And please, girls, and boys, please try to practice more and more using these phrasal verbs, and try to look up the words from the dictionaries to memorize them and not forget them. Try to write sentences using these words, please. Okay. Now let's do exercise C together. Here we have a travel blog for someone. In his the blog, it's a website that you can share others your diaries or anything that you or your activities. Okay, so this is a travel blog for someone, for George. Okay, he posted here everything about his travel and his trip to around the world. Okay, now when you post your activities, or if you want to share your information for anything you want to share with others, you have to start writing the date. Okay, write the date, the day, and which country that you are going to tell us about. Okay, like this example. Now we want to complete the travel blog with the phrasal verbs from exercise B in the correct form. So let's read this blog. Okay, take your time, pause the video, try to do it alone, then come back to check your answers with me. 1, 2, 3. Please pause the video now. Go back again to the phrasal verbs that we have learned now. Get away, chicken, drop off, sit off, get on, put up, get around, see off, and try to put them in a correct place. As I remind you before, you have to look at the word before and after to make sure what is the phrasal verb that is correct to put it here in this place. Okay, now let's read this blog together and try to check our answers. Hi guys, my name's George. I'm an around the world trip. I'll be reporting on my progress here on my blog. If you have any good travel tips, be sure to post them. May to the 22nd, London. Here we go at Gatwick Airport, waiting to space the plane. Waiting to what? The plane. Yes, correct. Waiting to get on the plane. To get on the plane. To board the plane. So here, to get on the plane. My whole family came. Why the whole family came in the airport? My whole family came to what? To space, me, space. I was sad to leave them, but happy to be on my way. So what is the correct phrasal verb that we need to put here, this space? Yes, correct. To see me off. They came to the airport to see me off, to say and wave goodbye to me. So here to say, to see me off, to see me off. Now let's go to May 23rd, Morocco. Now we travel to Morocco. Let's see. I arrived at my hotel in Rabat. Rabat is the capital city of Morocco at 6 a.m. but soon ran into trouble. I couldn't space to the hotel until 2 p.m. I couldn't what? Yes, correct. I couldn't check in. I couldn't check in to the hotel until 2 p.m. So I had to wait for 8 hours in the cafe opposite. Not a great start. So check in to the hotel, okay? To arrive to the hotel at 2 p.m. Now let's go to the next post. July 4th, Rome, which is the capital city of Italy. Tomorrow we're going to see the Trevi Fountain and Colosseum. We will have to space early if we want to see everything through. The hotel as well. So let's just finish the first space. We'll have to space early if we want to see everything through. So what is the correct answer here? Yes, excellent. It is sit out. Sit out to start the journey, okay? We'll have to start the journey to sit out the journey early if we want to see everything, okay? To start our journey, to sit out, to start our journey. If you want to see everything through, the hotel bus will what? Excellent. The hotel bus will drop us off. Drop us off. Okay, drop us off in the city center at 9 o'clock. Apparently, the best way to space the city is on foot. The best way to excellent get around the city is on foot, to move from one place to place in the city. Okay, so to get around the city is on foot. August 16th, Crete. Okay, we desperately need some rest, so we're on a small island off the coast of Crete to space from the crowds. So what is the correct phrasal verb that we needed here? Exactly, get away. To get away from the crowds, okay? To escape from the crowds. We have decided to space our tents on the beach. Our tents. We decided to put up our tents on the beach. It's so peaceful here. Yes, this is all the answers for this exercise. All of them are correct. Now, this is all what we have for today. Now you have to do just one exercise in your workbook, please, to make sure that to practice using the word formation. Okay, to know how to form the word in the sentences. So let's go to the workbook. Use your English. Look at this page. Okay. We have exercise C. Okay, you have to do just exercise C. I don't want exercise B and exercise A in the Use Your English in the workbook. Just we need to do exercise C. Please do exercise C. Okay, it's as a homework. And please, after you finish, send it to me privately on the WhatsApp message. And thank you so much for today. This is all what we have. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And the boys, ask your teacher, Mr. Murad. And thanks a lot for your listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.